All right, hey guys, here we are for the next week of April 6th through the 10th. This is the new schedule and packet that I said earlier I sent home. Like I said in the post on Facebook, you will either be getting it in the mail, hopefully tomorrow, or you got it delivered with your last food delivery. Okay, so this is everything we're going to be doing for the entire week, and hopefully this one's a little bit easier because I have set up the packet by day rather than subject. So everything that you're going to be doing for April 6th is first, and it's labeled with April 6th like that, and then April 7th comes next, and it's all labeled so that it should be easier for you to follow through with it. You'll have a reading every day, a math every day, and then you'll have either social studies or science based on the day, but nothing for Friday. Okay, so let's get into what we're doing for reading for April 6th. Okay, so for April 6th reading, we are going to be looking at main idea, and we have talked a lot about main idea throughout the year. Remember, the main idea of a paragraph is what the whole paragraph is mostly about. So we're going to read a letter from Uncle Ben to Marco, and Uncle Ben is an airline pilot, and he has traveled the world, and we're going to see if we can figure out the main ideas of the paragraphs. Okay, so let's read this. It says, "Dear Marco, I have to tell you about my visit to Rome. I don't think there is any place like it in the world. It was the center of the ancient Roman Empire. Today, thousand-year-old structures still sit side by side with modern buildings. Maybe this is why Rome is known as the Eternal City. I think that is a good description of the capital city of Italy. The Colosseum is right in the middle of the city. It is an enormous outdoor circular arena built of stone. The ancient Romans held all kinds of public events there. It had seats for 50,000 people. It had 80 entrances so that crowds could get in and out quickly. It is mostly in ruins now. Many of the youngest people of Rome get around on colorful motor scooters. This makes a lot of sense to me, because the traffic in the streets is crazy. Most evenings, the young people gather at an ancient structure known as the Spanish Steps. Hundreds of the scooters line the streets as their owners go off to visit with their friends. The Spanish Steps have been a gathering place for centuries. Today, I'm sure it doesn't hurt that right around the corner there's an American fast food hamburger drive-thru. There are many ancient fountains in Rome. One of the most famous is the Trevi Fountain. It was probably made even more famous by a popular American movie about it called Three Coins in a Fountain. People say that if you make a wish and toss a coin into the fountain, your wish will be granted. Of course, if I toss my coin in, even though I don't really believe in magic fountains. Yours truly, Uncle Ben." Okay, so now it's going to ask us to find the main ideas of the paragraph. So before we do that, we're going to label the paragraphs. So this is paragraph 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and that's going to be important that we know where those paragraphs are because, for example, the first question says, what is the main idea of the first paragraph? What is the main idea of the second paragraph, third, and last? Okay, so you're going to read through those and figure out the main ideas. Then finally, the last one says, what is the main idea of the entire letter? So you should write a sentence down here for this one. Okay, a complete sentence about what the main idea is. Good way to start is, the main idea is, and then you're going to fill in what the main idea is. Okay, so that's what you're doing for reading today, thinking about main idea, what paragraphs or the entire selection is mostly about.